everybody, my name is C and I'm the owner of CLM Custom Designs on Etsy as well as YouTube, and my channel is all things crafting. So welcome back if you've been here before, and if you're new, welcome. Come on in and take a seat and let's get ready to learn something. Today I am going to be engraving with my Cricut machine on a bracelet. If you want to see how I engrave with my Cricuts and make jewelry, stick around. Let's jump into the intro. Okay guys, this is a fairly simple project if you have a Cricut. What you will need is first of all, you have to get your material. Now you probably have seen impression art before. That's what I use for my Cricut. These are aluminum, not stainless steel, but they have all different types of lengths that you can work with. I'm actually going to work with this small blank right here because it is a bracelet for a little girl, and I'll show you how we do that. So yeah, you'll need your blank that you're going to get from Impression Art. You'll also need this little tool. Well, I guess you don't need it, but it does make it very, very handy. This is what you'll use to kind of bend the metal into the shape of a bracelet. And aside from that, obviously you'll need your Cricut, and you will need a special Cricut blade. It is called the engraving blade, and it looks like this. I just put a little E on the end because I have so many different blades. It helps me to remember what they're for. So you'll need that, and I'm going to flip it around to design space, and you'll see what we're doing next. Okay, the first thing you'll need to do is measure whatever blank you're using. I already know that this is 6 inches. Once you measure that, you will come over to design space and you will grab a shape that mimics the shape you're using. I used a rectangle. You will size that rectangle to the size that you need, which here you see that this is 6 inches by 0.25. So I created that, right? Next thing you need to do is type whatever it is. Click on text. Text box will pop up. Type whatever it is that you want to engrave, and you choose your font, which I'm using DTC Autumn Sunshine, right? Okay. I'm moving through this pretty quickly because I think it's fairly simple. I will go over everything at the end again in case you missed something, but here we are. So here is my shape that I'm using, which mimics what I'm going to be engraving on, same size. Okay, so my shape, here's my words. I am saying the best life ever, and then I have this date right here. So now what I need to do is type that out or whatever, and then over here in the drop down box, you have to tell it what you want to do. So obviously I'm going to engrave, so click on engrave, and now you see that it has this engrave here. It also changes what the typing looks like, so I'll show you that. So if I just say, let me just move this up so you can see. Okay, so if I were to type my name, right? So right now that's my name and it's basic cut. You see how it looks. But if I go up here and I change it to engrave, and then you see how it just becomes an outline because it's engraving. So that's how you'll know that you're now engraving. Okay, so basically now you just need to make sure that your words will fit into the space. You see the space that you're working with? Make sure that you're sizing it the appropriate length and the appropriate width to fit within your blank that you are engraving. I realized I was not pressing record. Although I was talking to the video, I wasn't recording it. So here we go again. We have all the elements here. I'm not going to engrave this one just yet because it goes on the opposite side. So I'm going to hide that. Not hide that one. I should say hide this one. Okay. So from here, I'll make sure it can fit. I'm going to hit make it. It takes us here. We're going to zoom in. Okay. We know that this is 6 inches, so we're going to just drag this inside in order to size it up. Since we know this is 6, we know we need to be somewhere in the 3s. And we still need to make sure that it's inside, which it is. Right? Make sure that looks good, which it does. Now, we're going to click on the bar and we're going to hide it because we don't want to engrave that. That's just really on the mat for placement purposes. So we click hide, click on those 3 dots and we hide it. So this is what we're going to engrave. That bar helps us to appreciate where to place our metal bar at on the mat, which I have placed it in the same space. Taped it down to secure that it does not move. And now we are going to load this in our Cricut. And we're going to hit continue here. And it's going to ask us for the material. We're going to browse all material, come down here to metals and foils. You have some options: aluminum sheets, ionized aluminum, metal, stainless steel. We can click stainless steel and we can click done. Even though it's not stainless, that's the closest one to what we're doing. And then we're going to hit go. Watch it do this thing. If I can get it better. So I'll be back when it's all finished to show you what it looks like. Okay, it's out. As you can see, there is the date. And there are the words. On the other side, now I gotta make this into a bracelet, so I need both my hands. I have to prop you up. I'll be right back. Here we are. Just need to come down a little bit. That probably made you a little bit dizzy. But anyway, so here we are. We have it all engraved. And this little thing, yeah, come down even more. Okay, this little thing helps you bend it. So what you do is you stick it in here, right? And then you bend it down around this. Whoops. Keep it in there. And you bend it down around that side, right? And you do the same thing on this side. You stick it in. And you bend it, right? So then it gives you the shape that you want for the bracelet, right? It just helps round those corners out. So there you are. And you can play around with it as to how much bend you want to give it or don't want to give it. So it's completely up to you. But that is what that is for. Right? Just gives you the bend that you may need in the bracelet, right? Fit, whatever. We all know this is going to be a kid's bracelet, so it's going to be, you know, have to be a little tighter or a little bit more bendier than you would for an adult, but that is the concept, which is why also you want to make sure that it is in the center as well, so that when the bend happens, you know, it's still in the center. So I'm going to grab some other projects that I've done and show you what it looks like. And then we're going to wrap this video up. Okay, I have made this one. Just my name and just some flowers on each side. And I have made my name on a dog tag. So possibilities are endless. And this is the one that I just did for the little girl. So possibilities are endless. It's really fun. The blanks don't really cost that much. They also have ink and like a marker that if you wanted to rub it in to make this look black, you know, to darken it up a bit, I guess easier to read if that's your thing, you can certainly go and do that to add a little bit of color to it. But yeah, that's it. So again, let's go through it. Obviously, you need a Cricut machine, you need the engraving blade, and you need to get the blanks. I use the one from Impression Arts. You can get them at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. They're pretty inexpensive. A lot of times you'll see that they're even on clearance, and I just usually grab the things on clearance and throw them in a box until the time in which I want to use it. But yeah, that's really it. And then you just design it, and you create a shape so that you know about your placement, and you're all finished. So thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys, while I did this engraving with the Cricut. Please share my content with anyone else who you think would find it interesting. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I am halfway to about 2,000 subscribers, so I'm pretty excited about that. So yeah, I appreciate all my new subscribers, all the new people who are finding my channel and enjoying my content. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to hit that subscribe button. Also the notifications, and that way you won't miss anything that I drop, because you'll be notified when something new is happening. And let's not forget my interviews that come out twice a month. And yeah, until we meet again, be safe. Bye-bye.